tell me some tips that you would give a second grader about reading. Yes, ma'am.
The words that you cannot figure out, you can probably sound them out really slowly.
By tapping the sound?
By tapping the sounds, or by breaking them up, like drawing a box around them and breaking them up into smaller words you actually know, and then putting them all together, and that would make the whole word.
That is correct. I agree with that. Anybody else? Tips for a second grader? Army? Tips for a second grader?
I don't got some, but I think you can give them an idea about how you can make the book cover and the dummy and stuff like that.
Okay. So what about if there's a book cover, you can look at the book cover?
No, you can give them clues about how to make it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Like if they're writing their own book, we can give them clues. Okay, but what about reading in general? What does a good reader do?
Oh.
Hold on, Arnie. What's a good reader do? Do they just read to read, or do they read to understand?
Read to understand.
Yeah, understand the story, because in 3rd grade, are y'all reading to just read, or are you reading to understand?
Reading to understand.
And to answer questions. And you hear your teacher saying, what is this story about? What do you think it's about? Look in the story. Use your background knowledge. La, 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 la. So they have to do that, right? If they start now, they'll be better off. Okay, Carmen, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, if they don't know a word, like if I didn't know things, I could break it apart and put things and add the GS in things.
Okay, Alexis, you had something too?
A good reader always reads it 2 times. The first one you can speed read it just to know some of the words, and then the second time you can actually go for fluency and actually go slowly and actually understand.
And also the third one is actually understand too.
Exactly. Okay, so before you read anything, what should you do?
Oh, you should see if there's any underlined words, and you can circle it.
So like you scan.
Scan. Okay, scan it. You got to read the title, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the title?
Writing your own book.
Writing your own book. Okay.
You can either staple your own book, or you can punch holes in it if you have a hole puncher and put yarn through it, or
okay, so y'all are using background knowledge, right? Y'all know how to create books, right?
I've created books.
Okay, let's read. Ready? Begin. Children enjoy reading books, but very few have written one. It is not hard to do. All you need is some paper and colored pencils or markers and a good idea. You can create your own book. Okay, next paragraph. We're on next paragraph. Make sure you're tracking and reading along. You may already have a great idea for your book. If not, you can write a book that tells something about yourself. You can write how old you are, what color your hair and eyes are, and how tall you are. You can paste a picture of yourself to the page. If you don't have a picture, draw one. Next, write about your school. Write down your grade, teacher's name, and what you are learning. Draw a picture of your teacher or of your favorite school subject. On the next page, you can write about your friends, or you can write about things you like to do at home. You can also write about your favorite food, movie, or book. Okay, keep going.
What to include in your book. There are many more things.
Read together. There are many more things you can write about. Think about a story you would like to tell. Tell about things that interest you. You might get other ideas from looking at books. When you are done with your book, Staple the pages together. You can also punch holes in the pages and tie them together with yarn. As you can see, making a book is fun and easy. Awesome. Okay, so during your reading, what should you be doing? As we're reading, should you be
Pointing.
You can, but not pointing to each word. You should be scooping, right? Okay. What else, Ayana?
You can also, you can read it and think about what the story is saying.
I like that.
And make a image.
Exactly. While you are reading, Martez, do you agree? You should be having a mental picture going on. It just shouldn't be cobwebs and spiders crawling around in your head, right?
Also,
It should be an actual picture of somebody creating a book, right?
I did.
Yeah. Also, if
Hold on,
there's
Army.
like a problem, you can make a cause and effect.
Exactly. If there's a problem, you can figure out the cause and the effect.
Or
Okay.
conclusion.
Draw conclusions.
Or inferencing.
Or inferencing,
In
main
my
idea. These are all things you got to learn, right?
In my head, I have a mental image about all the steps and things you need about having a book. Because
exactly.
Also, sequencing.
Sequencing, I like that because what we're about to do that, okay? Retelling. That's when you're sequencing the story and then you have to retell it. Will we use a fiction retell or nonfiction retell for this book?
A nonfiction?
Nonfiction, because it's not fake. It's real. It's telling you how to do something, right? So 3 things you learned. Name 1. What did you learn from this story? We're doing 3, 2, 1 retell.
How to create a book.
Okay, how to create a book. So we're starting from the beginning of the story. She already said that. Next.
Next, you get you draw a picture of your favorite thing. Or
So I learned that you draw a picture of
yourself or any other food you like.
Okay.
Or any teacher or school.
Okay.
Or book.
Or book. Yes.
Then they take you step by step what to do to make the book.
Exactly. They take you step by step. Yes.
You can do different things with the book. Like you can write different stuff like about your school.
Exactly. What is that called? Brain
Power.
Brainstorming, right? When you're thinking about things. So they're telling you you can write about your teacher.
Brain knowledge.
You can write about yeah.
And you can write about a special occasion or something that very special.
Exactly. What if you don't want to write about that stuff? You can write a comedy. You can write a comic book. You can write
a movie
a fake story. Yes.
I'm gonna write about spring.
Okay, so those are all the things you have to do when you're writing a book. You have to create something to write about. You got to think about it. Brainstorm.
How are we gonna tell this to the second graders?
2. We're on 3. Now we're on 2. 2 questions you have from this story.
Oh.
Yes.
My question is.
Okay, bear claws. There. Come on.
My question is.
Yes.
What if you don't have a ball of yarn, or if you don't have a stapler? How are you gonna put the
Tape it.
That's a good question. Or a hole puncher, right? Good question. That's what the second graders are going to answer because we're recording this.
Right now?
Okay, question 2. You had your hand up? What's the second question? Okay, my hand's going to stop on somebody and they need to answer. Question about the story. Any question. It could be a silly question, but it has to be about the story. Okay? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Martez, come on. Come on.
You could probably ask them what is their favorite food, what is their favorite pea.
In the book, right? That could be a topic you want to write about.
What is their favorite color?
Okay.
What do they like?
And they could write about that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
What character they like in their
Okay, last we got to move on. We got 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Okay. So 1 is your opinion. about this story. What do you think about it? It was a good story? Why?
Because it tells you step by step how to make a book.
Exactly. We're done.
I know.
Nope,
I know.
we're done.